Hi, this is Gina from Glamhairus. This is our October podcast, and I'm super excited because we have a newbie here.
Yay. We have a virgin.
CJ is one of the regulars here. She is all ready to go as soon as we have the reality show, so I had to pull in one of my other girlfriends. Her name is Abby, and she has got the juice tonight, so I'm super excited. Super excited, and I'm talking about juice in more ways than one. So. Sorry, Mom. So, ladies, let's just dive right into it. First of all, cheers.
Cheers. To the day.
To the day.
Oh, I'm ready to drink.
Cheers. Well, we have a couple of different interesting topics we want to talk about. We're going to save the juiciest for last. But I do have a fashion topic that I want to talk about because you know that I'm very passionate about that. And I always love my What I Wore vlogs, and I love copying celebrities or helping my clients dress appropriately for different events. So we're going to talk about CJ's scarf right now.
Scarf. Are we going to?
You can take a look at her breasts too. They're very nice. So should she wear the scarf or should she not wear the scarf?
So scarf on, because that was one thing. Because I don't want the scarf to make me look horrible on camera.
I mean, look how hot she looks. So she's wearing a basic black hot V-neck top, and she has an awesome necklace, some fun rings. And then should she wear the scarf or should she not wear the scarf? Abby, what do you think?
I mean, I like without the scarf, but I think that there's a time and a place for without the scarf and with the scarf. I think, you know, lunch, grocery store, with the scarf, dinner, club, out, definitely without the scarf.
Okay.
We're going to go without the scarf then for camera, just because.
Sorry, baby. Oh, it's on the face. No scarves.
No scarf. We're going to show the girls off.
Yeah.
Make them feel happy.
See, he doesn't know what's going on ever. Of course, I have two of my favorite people in my life. My little boo that's like down there right now waiting for me to take him out. And then one of my other favorites, Bethany, who I haven't met her yet, but she will be on my talk. Not only will I be on her talk show eventually, she'll be on my talk show eventually, or my podcast.
Dream big. Dream big.
That's right. Always.
I like that.
So the next really serious topic that we have is,
A very serious topic.
Was that an orgasm or just a
You'd know if it was an orgasm. Besides the fact that we need a mop on the floor.
I'm telling you, saucy bitches tonight. I don't know what I'm doing myself.
We need more wine. So we can talk about the next topic, but we didn't put a wine bottle out.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
And the wine inspires. So
I'm gonna throw the topic out there, and you can talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm blessed. While I get the next bottle of wine, because we've only gone through a couple already. We're gonna talk about blowjobs.
Blowjobs.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with that?
I'm a little shy, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
What? You haven't?
I've heard of them.
I've heard of them.
Oh, okay. Well, one of my friends has a really interesting story for us tonight. And then CJ and I have other things we're going to add to it. So, Abby, the floor is yours. Let me get the wine.
Oh, I did not know this.
You're doing great, Abby.
Okay. Well, this kind of rolls into another topic that we were talking about, and that is married men and trifling, lying, scandalous. And as single girls, Gina and I are out, and you know, we're approached by single guys a lot. And if they don't have rings on, why would I assume that you were married? I shouldn't have to ask you if you're married. And recently, we met two very nice gentlemen and had a really good time. And I started talking to this guy who's totally against type. If anybody knows me, they know I'm a very specific type. And this guy was not it. But I was talking to him, and I felt like he was really genuine and warm and cute, good energy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really like this guy. And turned out I had no idea he was a professional athlete. I had no idea that was coming, and I know nothing about his sport. But
I know nothing about sports at all.
So
he looked like the guy next door to me.
Yeah. So I didn't care. So we had a good night and really enjoyed each other. And you know, he left and went back to Boston, where he's from. And I was telling my friends the next day how much fun I had with these guys, or this guy, one guy, not these guys, one.
She
this
took
guy,
three guys
and we had a really good time. And I was like convinced this was my future husband, and I was moving to Boston. And I was like,
I've done it like 98 times.
Mm-hmm. And I told a friend from work, and I get in my car the other day, and I have a voicemail from her, and it was like, Abby, I looked him up. He's so cute. So's his wife. And I was like, what? And I mean, I felt terrible because if I put myself in that girl's position, you know, she thinks she's dating, like you said, the guy next door.
Yeah.
If he were with me, I would not think that he was doing anything like that. But I think it's that, probably professional athlete mentality, but also, I think married men, I just don't think you can trust them. I don't know.
I'd hire a hitman.
Yeah.
Done. Husband, what husband? He's not my husband anymore. F you.
Well, I had a friend with a very similar experience, which is horrible because she didn't know.
Yeah.
She wasn't, I think it was even her first one-night stand. And she was like, you know, she calls me, she's like, it's great, he was wonderful, blah, 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 you know. And she's like, okay, maybe we'll see each other again. And he must have called her after the fact and said something, you know, blah, 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 my wife. And she was mortified. She had no idea. And she's like, I'm not that type of girl. I don't do that. And they never spoke or did anything again. So it's, if you want to get married, be married. Unless those are the terms of your relationship.
Right.
Yes.
And
he can cheat and she can cheat.
Exactly. And in that case, it's not
It's
cheating.
an open relationship.
It's an open relationship.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. And it's funny because I was at lunch today with some friends. And, or I'm sorry, boss, work, a business meeting. And one of the women who's married was talking about her and her husband have been married for 10 years. And they talked about having open, you know, an open relationship. And how both people have to be comfortable with that because sometimes it can get a little boring and, you know, you go back and forth and this and the other. And I thought that might be the perfect thing.
But what is going on in their relationship that after 10 years of monogamy, now that they think if we're going to save this relationship, we have to see other people?
But now we
what
haven't
I'm
been
gonna say,
married
you haven't
or...
been
No, I know that.
or-
I know, and that's why I'm asking
Right,
the
and I've
question.
had long-term
Yeah.
relationships, so they've not been 10 years, they've been 5 years, but now my life's quite different than those.
Right, no,
long-term
totally, and that's
So
why
what
I'm
is it? That's
Yeah,
the question.
I
How do our
don't
parents
know.
stay together and then for 40 years?
I don't think people were as open back then. And, you know, with swingers clubs and this, that, and the other. All of these people are they're actually really happily married, to my knowledge. And
Yeah.
she's very open, you know, with
Yeah.
it's girls, it's we're all talking. And she's very open. They still have sex all the time. You know, they have 3 kids and they still manage to have sex like every other night.
Okay.
And now they have a cat on top of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so it's not just
They have a cat on top
I'm like, I don't
Is
know.
that your story too? Now you have a dog on
No,
top
it's
of
not.
it? No.
We'll talk about the giving head with the dog near you in a second. We'll get back to
Oh,
that.
I got a funny story, my dog.
But what she
Vince,
said was, it's not that there's anything wrong in the relationship. They just want to make sure they keep the spice, and they just stay really open about it,
Yeah.
so that no one ever does cheat. And she's like, we'd probably be open to it, but everyone would have to be STD tested, and she wouldn't know where to go, and this that, and the other. But they're very open in their relationship because, I mean, I've been in my relationship now for 12 years. I don't know, and not that I'm not.
Since you were 14.
Yes, since I was 14.
We're all in our mid-20s now.
Yes, mid-20s. Not that I would ever cheat or anything like that, because that's just not who, you know, it's just not who I am, and he's not that
Wait, is
type of
cheating with
person
your
either.
vibrator? Does that count?
Well, if
No.
that counts, then I'm
Bad girl. CJ. Bad
Hurt, you know, so yeah, so I think it just kind of, it depends on, to roundabout to married men, it depends on the dynamics of the relationship. And more than likely, here's my thing with ball players, their wives, a lot of their wives, they know. Let's be honest. But you didn't know, so it's not fair to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Or whoever that person is.
Because I'm thinking, oh, this might be going somewhere. I really liked him. And I did. I really kind of
You made
liked
it seem
him.
like he's like, oh, I'm a couple years older than you. Is that okay?
He asked me if that was okay. Like, would I still date him if he was, 34? And I was like, yeah, that's. And so I'm thinking he is like.
Well, he was into you.
Well,
I was ready to be
you're
like,
beautiful.
made
Yeah,
of
you should be. You're ready to be made
I
of
was ready to
honor.
get it out of him. I mean, shit.
But yeah, no, I was just dumbfounded. And looking back, I feel really dumb because, like you said, it's so common in professional sports, and you hear our stories all the time. The minute he told me he was a professional athlete, it should have clicked, but it didn't. And
But something else happened the minute you tell you professional athlete. You know what I mean?
yeah, the dollar
Well,
bill.
Don't hate the player.
No, honestly though, I did think he was cute and nice, and I was really excited about the next day, and it was just such a disappointment. And yeah.
Okay, so here's my question. How does that all relate to blowjobs? Because that was Gina's original question.
I don't know.
So now I'm going back to how does that relate to blowjobs? I want to stay
don't
on topic too.
Well, I mean, are we talking, do we like doing them, ladies? I mean, can it only be good if it's big or small? Have you ever had a standing ovation? Oh, I didn't realize I was saying that. I thought that was just in my mind. I mean,
I am a giver.
you're a blowjobber?
I'm a blowjobber.
I think if you expect to receive, you should expect to give.
Why can't we just be selfish?
No.
Because
No,
those
selfish
same
person I
men
know.
are going to be the men that go out to the bar, take their ring off, and find it from someone else.
Wow.
Have you ever given a blowjob, Gina, in your 26 years?
Never. I need to talk to somebody, like maybe one of my relatives. I can see. No, I'm kidding. Maybe.
We're kidding, Mom.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I watch videos. I Google blowjobs.
I think that oral sex can be a beautiful thing if done with the proper person. And I think there is a way to do it in a wonderful way. No,
Is it better drunk or sober, ladies? Is it
I
better
have a
like?
friend that puked on her boyfriend's penis. She was drunk.
I mean,
And she just
I've
threw up
heard
all
of that
over
happening.
her.
Whoa, she gagged herself with her boyfriend's penis.
Yeah, and I personally don't think it was that big.
Oh.
But,
Christina, how do you feel about that?
right?
How do you feel about blowjobs? What do you think about gagging your boyfriend's penis?
Well,
Any thoughts? Christina's not with us today. She is
Our
sick.
director has no words.
She has jet lag from her 9-week trip, her 9-week vacation to Africa, Bali, and all over the world. So she's behind
Yeah,
the
she's
scenes.
a little behind the scenes today. We feel so bad for you.
well, a year ago I did date this guy, and I may have been partaking in this.
situation.
Yes,
Mhm.
and
Type of activity.
this activity. Yeah.
X-rated. Don't tell your mom kind of thing.
Sorry, Kath.
Don't talk about it at church on Sunday. with the
And-
family.
So-
I'm the only one that's going to church on Sunday out of this group.
That's for real
I
though.
go if I'm not like making out with them.
Okay, well, back to your
So
blowjobs.
I'm in the process of the activity, and he like is pushing my head forward. Okay.
For those who
Which
can't
is-
see, this is what she's doing. Sorry.
Would that help?
Yeah, that would really help. With a banana.
Which, by the way, I think is rude.
Yeah. Okay. So now my eyes are watering. I'm like choking and gagging. I'm worried about my, is my eyeshadow moving? Is my mascara going down my face? I wish I would have put waterproof on.
It's all out the
Is
door.
that- What?
Because I think at that point it's all out the door, your
Oh,
makeup.
no. It's
Listen,
like,
I was all
no,
trying to
always
preserve my makeup whilst giving.
And you got to weave, so you got to be really careful. You can't be getting all messy.
See, I don't
So I
want
was
my hair touched. It's all mine, but I don't touch my hair. I just don't. I don't care if it is my. Don't touch
Just
my
my
hair.
face or my hair.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay,
so-
sorry.
So I'm like complaining about this to some friends. I went out to like lunch with some guy friends, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's bukkake." I'm like, "What?" Bukkake is the act of like a girl choking on your dick. Like some guys get off on it. Apparently, homeboy was a big fan.
So did you ever talk to him since then?
I feel like that's a type of S&M or something.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like sadistic a little bit.
I'd
Like,
rather you
Yeah.
choke me
That's
out.
50 Shades of Grey style.
yeah, that is. That's a little Christian Grey.
Listen, I like me some dirty stuff. That's fine, but I don't want to choke on your penis. Like I was like, oh, what if I throw up? I have a gag reflex. I'm kind of drunk right now. Like again, the
Oh.
eyeshadow and the makeup,
And the weave.
my fucking blush. So,
Well,
So
have
you
you ever
don't-
done it since then? Have you given fellatio since then?
yes.
Yes. No?
Yes.
Listen, I have been much more open to partaking
Since the
In my-
gagging reflex situation?
since
Yeah,
I
that
moved.
was probably the
Actually,
worst it could
since
be.
I moved to the city, I don't know what that's
Since
about.
she moved to the city,
Since she's
it's
now
like
Sex
a
and the
city
City.
whore now.
Yeah.
It's like a city.
You think you're like Samantha or something?
What can I say? I mean, I don't know. Listen,
PR and
Right? Yeah.
I don't think I'm.
And you're blonde.
You guys are probably much better blowjob givers than I am.
I probably am.
Well,
Yeah.
we're older.
But that's because you have to rub the balls and.
Listen, I mean, I'll suck a ball.
You gotta feel underneath a certain way. There's that really sensitive piece of skin.
Oh, I'm afraid if I get under there, then maybe I'll touch something I don't want to touch.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, no, you can.
Like another opening?
It's kind of like surgery, or it's like your dentist when they're in your
Yeah,
mouth. You have
yeah.
to be very precise with how far you're gonna go. I've had dental work done lately, so. Sorry.
I mean, the guy, I suck the testicle,
Well,
Yeah.
That's good, right?
You're using one hand or two
chew on it?
hands.
I
and
use
you-
two
you
hands.
Lubed up some.
Yeah, I spit on it a lot.
So when you do one, so two hands, are they going this, like, it's kind of.
Opposite directions.
Yeah, doughy
And then I'll
thing,
couple
and
the
then
balls a
couple the
little.
balls. And then, yeah.
Welcome to our podcast. Actually, I meant a foreign cast. Oh, I mean podcast.
Yeah, this is a lot deeper than
Hey, it's all off the cuff. I'm like Oprah, sorry. I know, I'm a little bit like Oprah, a little bit like Bethany. We don't talk about anything in advance. We save everything for
This
on
is true. We have not
camera.
talked about any of
We're
this.
talking, this needs to be on camera. This needs to be
We're in it to win it. Since we're in it to win it and we're talking,
Listen,
can we open the wine?
I'm not
You're
even
ahead of
drunk.
me with the
Talk
alcohol.
amongst yourselves with
So-
blowjobs, anal, and nipples. I'll be right back.
Blowjob, anals, and nipples. Okay,
Um,
so how do we feel about sex? Well, no, let's not go on sex toys. I don't want the whole thing to be on
Ooh,
sex,
sex
just
toys.
most of it. So here's another topic we were talking about today,
Uh-huh.
which is lesbianism, because the same mom that said that she would actually consider, a woman, whatever, she would consider an open relationship, we were actually talking about, she goes, I think I have a girl crush. And I said, okay, this was the one mom that I was speaking
On
to today. No, not on me, on somebody else. She's like, I mean, I'm sure it is on me too.
Girl, who wouldn't have a girl crush on you? You're
I
like the
love
hottest
you.
mom. You're like the hottest MILF around town, I'm sure, girl. Especially in fucking wherever the hell you live, which is 2 minutes from the city that you're bent out of shape and you live there.
I'm the hottest milk that lives in the suburbs.
In Forest Park.
Yeah.
Holla!
It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite clankies to me.
Oh. So she was talking about the girl crush, and then so we were all talking about if we were to have lesbian relationships, whether we'd be with someone who's more butchy or more feminine.
Wait, can I make a comment?
Yes, always.
I did my first lesbian wedding party on Saturday.
Oh, you did?
Yes, and she was amazing. I had like tears in my eyes. I wanted to cry.
Did she have long hair?
She was
Short hair?
considered the I guess like maybe a
Lipstick?
man,
Oh.
and she wore like the suit,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was awesome. I met her and her fiance a couple days before. I did the trial on her, and it was like this one you would never guess that she was lesbian, the other one completely lesbian, and it was awesome. I got teary eyed because it was so sweet, so sentimental, and
Sweet.
she had her groomsmen in the wedding, which are all women, and
So did you do their hair too?
just the bride's hair, one of the bride's hair.
So you didn't do the grooms?
I did the groom bride.
The bridegroom.
The bridegroom.
Or bridegroom.
Yeah, I did the bridegroom, and then the
So how did you do that?